Podcast, and today, bro, we are on time. I ain't even going front, man. We gotta give us a yay. We gotta give us a little round of applause.
Breaking stereotypes.
Facts. No CPT
Today.
Today. First of all, the people that are always on time don't really celebrate this like we doing.
Right.
But what's good, y'all, man? We are here. Bro, you know what I realized? Actually, my wife brought it up last night. Around this time last year was our last live podcast that we actually did when you came here.
For real? Yeah, that is about right. Damn.
Yeah. I think you paused on the gram, by the way.
For real?
Oh, no, you good.
Okay, cool.
But yeah, it was about this time last year, bro. So it's been a year since we done a live joint, and it's been about a year since I seen you too.
Dang, bro.
Yeah. We talk a lot though, so it don't even seem like it.
Yeah, no driving through traffic and me barely making it to the podcast on time.
Facts. Now we on time. We showing up at Full Onions. Young Nicholas, what up? Nicholas Quirk in the building.
Young, what up?
So Slim, did you see the Biggie doc on Netflix?
I ain't gonna cap. I started watching it and then I started messing with the computer and completely forgot it was on. And there we go.
Yeah. Okay.
Someone said no sound. Hold on. Drop a 111 if you can hear us.
Right.
Just want to make sure. Or is Nicholas joshing?
Right. Yeah. Do we have sound? Sound is fine. I read. Dub Too Cool said sound is fine.
Nicholas.
So I ain't even see the I didn't see the Biggie doc. I heard a lot of good stuff about it. So I got that in my rotation to watch this week, but not before I watch Young Coming to America 2.
Oh man, I ain't seen. How was that?
I haven't seen it. I'm gonna watch that joint right after this show.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about it. I'm not a fan of like classics and they getting redone. You know what I mean? So yeah. I'm skeptical about that. That's like if someone says like we gonna redo like I'm gonna get you sucker or like low down dirty shame. I'm gonna be like, I don't know, man.
Nobody can redo I'm gonna get you sucker. First of all, yo, everybody sparing them hearts. Young Lamont Sincere is in the building. Come on, man. We gotta give him a yes, sir. But when it comes to like remakes, like We're Coming to America 2, I have no expectations of it. It's kind of like I feel like I'm going to hang back out with the cast of an old movie. And they're going to do something else, but it's really about seeing them again and watching it. Because I ain't gonna lie, it is a Black institution. It is like a classic Black thing. Mm-hmm. If people were going to the movies, people would go in groups, I believe, to see this. So I just want to see Eddie and Eddie and Arsenio and all them. And I have zero expectations. Even if it's bad, I'm gonna still say it was trash, but I ain't going into it feeling no type of way.
I just feel like I hope it's not like a House Party 4. You know what I mean?
Shit.
It's bruh. Like those or Belly, was it Belly 2 and Belly? It's like I hope it's not in that range. As long as it's above those, I'm cool. Like we somewhere.
Man, listen. I got out of this conversation at the phrase Belly 2.
Bruh, that was the worst. Was the game in that one? I feel like it was the game.
I never saw Belly 2.
It's horrible.
And I say that with the pride of when someone says to you, I don't eat McDonald's.
Bro.
That type of pride.
You should be proud of yourself because I lost brain cells watching that joint.
Nah, I'm super cool.
Bro, please look this up. Everybody in the chat, look this up. Hold on, I gotta get the exact name, bro. So I'm on an app that you can watch movies, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And I see a movie, hold on. It's called Fast and Fierce, right? Not Fast and Furious, Fast and Fierce, starring DMX as the main lead.
I'm scared already, bro.
So you know what you're gonna get, bro. DMX is basically The Rock and Vin Diesel, and it's
so he's Triple X in this joint.
Yeah, and it's like a direct ripoff of Fast and the Furious, but with like 10% of the budget. 10% of the budget.
That's cool. I'm gonna watch that joint. I'm gonna watch Speedy and Angry after that joint. So listen, man. Looks like we got a question. We can get to some
all right, cool.
Some production stuff. We maybe circle back around to the TV stuff. But Young Quintendo Power had a question here.
Hey,
it's not cut off this week, or is it? How can one make their own artwork and NFT? Are you just going right on and
in the big topics?
Yeah. He's going right on there.
So listen, I feel like have you been studying up lately on the NFTs?
That is also on my to do for this weekend thing. I couldn't do it this week.
I've been studying more. I have a better understanding of the whole. Shout out to Busy. Busy had a live stream with this guy. He's in that secret chat.
Talking about
Christopher. So
yeah, shout out to Christopher.
Chris dropped a lot of gems, and that made me understand more about what it is. And then ever since then, I've been down this rabbit hole of learning more. And then we got the homie. I forgot, bro. So during this whole NFT thing, I'm like, I know somebody else that does this. It hit me, Rio. So if you don't know, Rio is like, he's a producer and
an artist.
And an artist, but he's like equally fire at both. Like as a producer, he's great. Like I think he did Beyonce Halo, he did some Bruno Mars records, like incredible producer. But on art, he is like just as good.
Beast.
And he sold a couple NFT paintings and artwork. And so he was explaining to me and gave me a bunch of videos to watch and like just going over the whole thing. I think I think it's going to be the future. I think that's how music business is going to be approached in the future. I think right now we're in that bubble. You get what I'm saying? Of like people hearing that word, it's like a buzzword and it's like going crazy right now. I think it's going to calm down at some point, but I think it's going to be part of everyday life at some point once everybody starts understanding. Because I feel like we're tech people and it's hard for me to understand it. And I'm had to like hit hella people to understand it. But I don't think the actual setup of getting your art on there is hard. I think the hardest part is like actually selling and getting like, you know what I mean? Getting actual, making it profitable. And what I think that's going to come to is marketing, right? When I saw Illmind do his, he had a lot of write-ups. He had a lot of, press, a lot of that
coverage. Yeah.
It added to it. You know what I'm saying? And all the people that I see that's doing these gigantic ones, they have a lot of press. So I think that's going to be the key. No matter what you're selling, it's always going to come down to marketing at some point. So I think that's what it's going to come down to. But the actual setting up, I don't think it's no harder than actually like adding a product on like Shopify or something.
Yeah, it's about the marketing of it. Like with a lot of things, the actual creative part might be not necessarily the easiest part, but it's just the first part.
Right.
But the main part that is going to make it pay off is how it's marketed and how it's presented.
And it was a couple of videos I saved. So if anybody like wants those,
you might as well just go ahead and put them links in the story, bro.
Yeah, I do that. Yeah, I put them up.
Everybody gonna want to know.
Yeah, if I don't put them up, just hit me up, remind me, and I'll put those up because other people sent them to me and they were super helpful for me to understand. So pass the wealth.
Hey, I ain't even gonna lie. Hit me with some of them joints this weekend. That's what I'm supposed to get into it.
Gotcha.
Supposed to get into it this week. So I had I had some topics. Nano Leaf is trash. That was last week. I still don't like Nano Leaf, bro. I still don't like Nano Leaf at all. So this week I had the opportunity of speaking twice. I did two things with Gabe this week. We did a workshop and then I did this podcast again because I was one of the first guests on this podcast, but now, it's grown and evolved and I don't need a reason to circle back around to young Gabe. But one of the things that I did talk about on there and we talked about was the closed-mindedness of our young producer community. Not like young as in the young people in the producer community, but the producer community as itself is young. You know what I mean? Like you take hip hop, which is probably about 40 something years old now. But the internet didn't come around to a certain age. So the actual hip hop producer internet age is fairly young. And one of the great things that we talked about that I encourage everybody to watch this episode when it comes out is about how everybody thinks something is a ruse over here in this community. So we really touched on it. And I kind of brought it to the forefront. I know Gabe has talked about it a lot, but he was one of the people. He did something genius, brought something over to our community that was accepted in a ton of other communities, and that was bringing the funnels and mixing it with selling beats. And he brought the funnel concept to our community, but it was always popping in a whole bunch of other communities. It was actually par for the course and always worked. And I was so stunned about how immediately our community was like, I don't know, man, this dude might be a scam. This whole thing might be a ruse. Right. And I'm just like, this man has just presented a solid funnel strategy and showed you how to mix it with what you do. And I just found it crazy that a lot of people are like, man, I just wish somebody would help me out, give me some instructions on how to get the bag or whatever. And this is exactly what this man did. Right. And then people were still like, I don't know, man, I think it's a scam. So saying all that to say, I really want to push the narrative this year and moving beyond this year. And I encourage everybody else to follow this initiative and just encourage people to be more open, or at least do your research about things before you start labeling them a ruse or a scam. Because what I fear will happen is more geniuses and more genius ideas might skip this community, or people will be afraid to bring those things to this community because we're so quick to shun everything. And it's not everybody, but the negative people are usually the loudest people, because the people that's positive and got down with it and understood, they busy getting to the bag. You understand? So I just encourage everybody to be open-minded. I encourage everybody to watch that episode of Young Legion Beats podcast when it comes out. I don't know when it's coming out, but definitely check it.
Shout out to young Gordy Max. Shout out to young Trey Beats. What up, bro?
Trey Beats spoke at our last live joint.
Hey man, I need this runner to be over with. I need us to be on this Texas vibe.
Listen, so you heard about Texas and Mississippi?
Yeah, they're going crazy. I'm not ready for that, but I want the world to eventually get back to where we was at.
Yeah, they definitely like mask who?
Pish posh.
Yeah. Hey, listen, I went out last night. I'm moving around a little bit cautiously with certain people in certain places at certain times. So last night I went out with the homie Rich. Shout out to Rich.
Young Rich.
Yeah. So we went to this spot, this poppin' taco spot, and we get out the car and we look at the spot. First of all, it's 1 million people in this joint. No mask, right? And it's almost to the point out here where you're like, yo, do I need them? Do I need a mask? Will they ask me to take my mask off when I go in this joint? That's almost how Atlanta is getting. That's how it is in Florida right now.
Yeah.
In Miami, they might look at you crazy for having on a mask.
They're going to have to look at me crazy, bro. I ain't taking off. I'm not leaving.
Yeah.
I'm not leaving.
Nah. I was like, I'm going to throw the mask on. We go get a spot like outside off to the side, because they had the heaters out last night. Then they had a section that didn't have any heaters. We were like, man, we too grown, man. We don't need no heaters, man.
Got a jacket?
You can't, like, nah, I'm straight. I got a hoodie on. So, yeah, but it's getting crazy out here, bro. No mask.
Oh, and real quick, just to go back to that, like being more open about like tactics. It's like, man, I just like affiliate marketing, right? It's so weird because I've seen this happen twice, right? With production, I've seen it, and then the other business that I'm in, people have an issue with affiliates, which I guess I missed that part, but I feel like at some point it got a bad rep of affiliate marketing.
Yeah.
But like, if you watch YouTubers and they got a link in their description, that's probably an affiliate. You know what I mean? And they're making money off of that. So I just want people to be cool with like the idea of someone making money from something that you do. It's going to happen regardless. If you're in music, someone is going to make money off of that transaction, right? If you place a song, somebody in the middle is going to make, your lawyer's going to make money, your manager's going to make money. You get what I'm saying? If someone recommends a product to you, don't be upset that they're going to get a piece of that for them leading you to the product. That's just good business. You know what I mean?
Right. No, 100%. So what do you think, and in the chat join in too, what do you think it is about certain people that make them mad that they know this person is about to get a little bit of the proceeds? Like, why do you get mad at that?
It's so weird. Cause like even between me and Oracle, anytime if I'm like, it just happened, 2 days ago? I'm like, yes, Oracle, indeed. I signed up for this. Yo, check it out. I'm gonna send you my link. We both get something out of it. You get what I'm saying? We constantly, he'll be like, oh, I bought this off Amazon. I'm like, all right, cool. I'm about to buy it.
Dog.
Money keeps circulating. You know what I mean? It's like, do I want all my money to go to Amazon or do I want some of it to go to my homie? That's the way I look at it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we all gonna win in this process.
No, yeah, we go so far as to like, yo, I like this thing. And we'll ask the other one, like, oh, you got a link for it? And we will create an affiliate link for that thing and then send it. Because send me the, whip up a link and send it. Because like you said, somebody's gonna buy it and someone's gonna get paid for it. Why not have your man get paid for it, or your neighbor, or somebody from your community? So that leads me to the bigger question. In this community, is it mostly like, it's community love, let's support each other, or is it like just super competition? Like, it's me or nobody.
It's weird because I feel like it's super competition, and then it's somewhat of a herd mentality too. I feel like people see that, like, I think when people think of selling beats online and making money as a producer, they just assume of one thing of, I'm going to create a store and I'm going to throw tight beats on YouTube and that's going to be it. And they don't understand that it's like 50 other ways that low-key are just as profitable, if not more profitable, that you can make money. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think people look at us like we crazy when we say like, yeah, we don't sell beats online. And it's because I don't have to, because I'm making money doing other things and I'm still doing music. You know what I mean?
Facts.
So it's like, I don't have to do that one because I choose not to. You know what I'm saying? It's like, but if I want to do affiliate products, if I want to like launch my own stuff, then cool. You know what I mean? I had to say so in doing that. But I think people just got to be more open, man. And that'll help the money kind of flow within this community. Because I feel like it's the top % making money. And then everybody else is just trying to figure it out. You know what I mean? But it's not like a even flow. And it's always going to be that way. It's always going to be certain people get and certain people don't. But I feel like it's other ways people could be, man, you could be paying these bills, man. Man, you make $100 off a affiliate, that's a light bill, cuz, you know what I mean? Where I'm from, that's a come up, you know what I mean? So
that's a fact. And I don't think a lot of us pursue these other opportunities because we're so fixated on that one, I'm going to make beats, somebody's going to buy them for $1 million and I'm going to be the best thing since sliced bread.
Correct.
When you can still pursue that, pursue that nobly, but at the same time, man, there's affiliate marketing out there. There's this, there's that, there's licensing. Like, yo, do it all. Because if you look, you talked about like the people at the top, and then some people might not be doing so well or not doing well yet. One of the biggest differences between those two communities is that the people at the top try mad shit all the time.
That's right.
We tried different stuff, not even like every week, like every couple days, it's something new. Like, oh, you seen it? You hit me with some joint this week that is a game changer. You know what I mean? And we have those moments, but we just hit each other throughout the week and just hit and the other people that we know, like, yo, you seen this? Have you all tried that? I just think we need to link up more, for real.
Boy Wonder, he makes a good point. He says with some people that have affiliate links, you think they're just giving a good review just to make money, but I guess you just have to trust the person it comes from. And that, I guess that's where affiliate got a bad rap. But you, again, like you said, you got to trust the person. I don't promote anything. I have issues until recently getting organized to promote my own stuff. So I'm not going to promote somebody else's stuff unless I really, you know what I mean, like mess with it. Somebody had asked me about funnels. I sent them to Legion Joint. I'm like, bruh, I understand this. It's helped me. You get what I'm saying? So if you see where I came from and see my journey and you think that the same kind of messaging will help you, then go for it. But if not, it's cool. He got a bunch of free stuff online. Check that out too. You know what I'm saying? So I try to keep it 100 with people and give people, like different options of what to do. But I'm not going to recommend something unless I've actually used it. Because I mean, not that I don't care about money, but it's not, money isn't the first thing I'm thinking about, because I don't want to sound like I'm over here getting all this money. That's not, I mean,
you big old pimp.
I'm decent and I could always improve, you know what I mean? But it's not like one of the things where I'm like, ooh, I gotta make a fake video to do this, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a lot. Also, man, just watch the review. Take from it what you will. Click the link if you will, or if you won't. But just the mere fact that you may miss out on something good, or will miss out on something that you obviously are interested in, just based off the fact that somebody is gonna make some money, says a lot about how you think and a lot about you, and maybe some stuff that you would need to look into. I mean, shit, we all human, and sometimes we do things and we don't even question why we do them. So this would be one of those things. If you're that type of person, I would ask myself like, yo, why do I hate this man so much?
Yeah, that's facts. Hey, shout out to the people jumping on. Shoot, we had a couple affiliates. I got them back on my affiliate game because of you.
Come on, man.
People been out here hustling. You know what I mean? So win-win for everybody.
Yeah. So we got a question over here. And this is a really good question. Quality over quantity or quantity over quality? You know what I say? If you really hustling like that, eventually in the beginning, it may be quantity over quality. And the reason why I say that is because in order to achieve the highest quality, you're going to want to keep at it, keep practicing, keep throwing stuff at the wall and see what sticks. So that naturally is going to build up the quantity of things that you produce in a testing capacity. So in the beginning, if you're really getting at it and you're really trying to hustle and perfect whatever it is, you're going to have a lot. Not all of it is going to be good, as a matter, but the thing is, every iteration of it should be better than the last. If it's going according to plan, then eventually, as you perfect your quality or you get to a certain standard, you learn certain tactics, maybe get certain tools or certain people on your team, you may not put out as much because a lot of it was just that didn't work. But once you get something that works, now you're like, all right, especially if it's overhead attached to it. Now you're not just going to be like, wow, throwing stuff out unless it's working for you, unless it's generating and giving you a good ROI. So then you'll eventually probably get into a quality, more of a quality over quantity space.
Big facts.
Yes, sir. Yeah. That's a good question, though.
Let's see. Let me know if you got another one. I got some.
Somebody had we had some questions in the joint. Let's see. No, hold on now. Ooh. I just wanted the questions. We ain't gotta bring nobody live. Let's see. Young Winzo raps.
Young Winzo.
Is it cool for artists to remove tags from beats and then rap on it and to publish the song?
Oh,
I would say no. Definitely not. Now, does it happen? All the time.
All the time. I just had to deal with that.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, I just had to deal with that. And guess what? That joint is right back in there.
Yeah, just throw it on there. I mean, you'll have a producer. People used to blame this on like engineers, like, the producer asked the engineer to just take the tag out and all that. But now, like, let's keep it real. Unless you of a certain caliber or in a certain place, who's really going to the studio anymore, right?
Right.
So real. Producers now have Logic. They record themselves or Ableton or whatever it is, and they know how to cut the tags out themselves. You know what I mean? And is there a way around it? No, not the way it's traditionally done. No, somebody would have to figure out a creative way around it. But until then, I mean, you're just gonna have people out there that's just gonna be chopping out tags. But I don't think it's right at all.
I think also how producers mess up with getting their tags like cut out is that they put too many.
Yes.
I've seen people and they put tags throughout the whole beat. You know what I'm saying?
So every four bars.
Yeah, and it's like, bro, can't nobody rap on it if it's like Funky Finger Productions. It's like, bro, like you throwing off the record, bro. Even if it's a demo, like don't be so cautious about them stealing the record and let them record a good record.
Mm-hmm.
Because what people are gonna do is they're just gonna cut the spots where it's like it's the tag's not there, loop that joint, and you're gonna get cut all the way out. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because it only takes 2 bars. You can really finesse with some 2 bars. You can make it. You know what I mean? Like nothing ever happened.
Yeah.
Young Larry O, what up, bro?
Larry O, what up? In the building. You get him. Hey, if you don't know who Larry O is, first of all, you need to wake up. Secondly, you need to go follow young Larry O right after this show. He's a good friend of the show, always giving out gems to the producer community. Yes, just an all-around great guy, man. So shout out to young Larry O for sure.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. But yeah, Winzo, they're gonna chop your tag out. It's just gonna happen.
It's part of the game.
I don't know if it's not really a bright side to it, but 99.999% of the people ain't going nowhere anyway.
Yeah,
them and their homies gonna listen to it.
That is true.
Yeah, when someone chops out your tag and does a song, like I think the initial reaction is, "Damn, they about to be all up on Billboard with my beat." You know what I mean? It could happen, but you got a higher percentage of getting hit by a car on the way to 7-Eleven, get a Source magazine. You know.
So a high percentage. Or
for me, yes. Yes, indeed.
Let's see.
They're
Larry
just throwing Cadillacs at me.
Larry O says, "You tag me. You tag me.
You tag me." Facts though. Yeah, they gonna cut you out, bro.
Larry O, I need to hire Larry O for like my catchphrase. I feel like certain people just get the phrasing thing. Yeah. So I want a consultant about my phrase because I still don't know where to go with my joint. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna get his consultation rate. You know what I mean? I'm gonna hire Larry O. So if you hear me in the next like couple months with the fire catchphrase, it's probably because Larry O, man. That's what's going on. I just thought of this and it's gonna happen.
No, I actually had the chance to talk to Larry on the phone. We talked once or twice, and I could not pass up the chance to ask him where that catchphrase came from. And I'm not going to tell the story because that's his story to tell. But Larry O, that'd be a dope video because everybody knows the catchphrase. So you might as well just do a video and explain to people where the catchphrase came from.
He said, "You consult me." Yeah, and it always works. It always works.
It does work. Damn, genius.
Let's see, Young Classic. What up, bro? He says,
Classic.
Also don't place the tag where it gets in the way of arrangement. That's facts.
Mm-hmm.
That's facts.
Yeah, killing it.
Why is my light not on?
All right, let's see. Your joint went out. Yo, my other lights went out.
Alexa, turn studio lights on. I don't know what two of my lights ain't on.
Ooh. All right, let's see what other questions we got.
There we go.
Yeah. By the way, before we get into these other questions, if you're in here, you're in a dope spot. You're in here with your producer family. This is a tight-knit group of people. And also, if you're in here, you probably have questions or topics. So feel free to put them down here in the question area because as you see, we answer these questions and the clips go kind of crazy sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
With the questions you upload. Remember the last joint, I think I posted it yesterday about the sample clearance. Like, is the producer responsible for clearing the sample? First of all, we don't know what clips are coming out. That's the beauty of it. But that joint went ham. Yeah. That joint went ham.
Speaking of rappers that, you may or may not do anything with their life and beats. I don't know if you saw this. I just saw this today. Facebook is launching a TikTok-like platform for rapping called Bars.
Bruh, you seen the This Is Hip Hop, the dance video? In my mind, that's what this is.
So it's a 60-second video and it's gonna be beats on there and then you can rap. I just feel like this is the gateway to everybody's uncle trying to rap. Like, yeah, let me check us out, Young Blood. Let me show you something. This is the gateway for it. Facebook and rap just for some reason don't go together for me, man. Facebook, I just think of uncles and aunties and older people.
Facebook and cool don't go together, bro.
Yeah. So I'm interested to see how this works. I will say, as a producer, we should look out to see how, I don't know how the beat thing is gonna work. I don't know if you'll make money off of it as a way, to profit off of that. Or, you know what I'm saying? So, because some platforms, you could get paid for uploading your beats and different stuff like that. It was another one that was like this. I was
back in the day.
No, it's not too long ago. It was like an app where you could like record songs and you could upload beats and you can make like a small percentage of money. Guy, I had to find it. I had it on my phone for like 2 seconds and I was like, I'm never gonna use this. Why do I have this? And I deleted it. Yeah. But I would see a lot of people do it. So producer wise, that might be something, to look into.
Yeah. I can't knock it if it's going to be a way for like producers to get a little bit of money in their pocket and empower the creators. I can't really knock it, but it's on Facebook, so I can't knock it to a degree.
Yeah. Hey.
Hey, Facebook, get your shit together. I'm just saying.
That's facts.
As an advertiser, and as an advertiser, I'm like, y'all really, really get it together.
Larry O says, have you guys experimented with YouTube Shorts yet? I haven't, but it's on my list of stuff that I need to.
No, Realistic and I are actually getting into doing more on YouTube this coming week. As a matter of fact, we've already put some stuff into the works. So, look to see us a little bit more on your YouTube. But good looking, Larry. Definitely gonna look into that YouTube Shorts. Oh man, my man, it's D. And when I say my man, I mean not my man at all. Posted a link, homeboy. We can't click links in here, son. This is Instagram. This is an Instagram live. You can't click links in a live. Yeah. Somebody
luck
said,
on
"Oh
that.
shit, it's a link." Space said, "Oh shit, it's a link." I haven't seen one of those in a minute. That's a fact. That's a fact.
We'll
Creative,
see.
what up?
TikTok is the new wave. It surpassed Tidal on music streaming. It's actually the leading platform for streaming. Yeah, it's wild.
Yeah.
TikTok done blew up more
TikTok is killing.
records than than anything lately.
Do you think that's going to be sustainable for them? Seeing as how, like, now it's no secret, the minute a platform comes out with a feature, every other platform tries to copy it. So with that being said, do you think, and this is for you guys in the chat too, do you think that TikTok is going to be like the number one place for this for the long run, or is it just like a fleeting moment?
Man, I think for the long run, because all right, look at Reels, right? I hate Reels.
Yes,
right?
indeed.
I hate it. And I love TikTok, right? And the reason why is when you go to TikTok, it's two options. It's the For You page, which is like them recommending stuff, and then your followers page, the people you follow, right? Reels is just like, it's not organized, and it's so much other stuff that distracts you while you're in that app. To me, it doesn't work like that. You know what I mean? It's not the same like interaction. You know what I mean? It's too many different things. You got IGTV, you got the IG feed, and then Reels is like jammed in there, right? So I don't think Reels will ever pass TikTok. Thriller, no. I think they just had they got a whole beef with the record labels to where they don't have that licensing deal anymore. With a lot of the big ones, I think it was like Universal, a couple other labels that they don't have that deal anymore. So that's gonna cut out a lot of this stuff. And then I think people are seeing how beneficial TikTok is for music, and like how all these rappers are blowing up off of these trends. You know what I mean? So it's like I feel like that's gonna be there for a while. It's like how Vine could have been the thing, but Vine messed themselves up. Like Vine just wasn't there for the creators. And so that's what messed them up. And when all the creators got together, it's an interesting story. I don't know if everybody knows, but Vine was like popping, and like King Batch and all these people were like really out here, and they were the ones who made Vine. Yes, Logan indeed. Paul, all of these people. And then when Vine wasn't helping them, they got together and said, we're all going to leave. We're all going to go somewhere else because they're not helping us. And then Vine died afterwards because those few people made up the majority of everything. So they kind of forced their hand. So long as TikTok doesn't do something like that, I feel like it's going to be around.
Facts. Let's see. Reels doesn't compete, really. Yeah, that's a fact, bro. That is a fact. But I've seen a huge ramp up in view with Reels. Yes, that is true, Larry, because Facebook obviously is favoring Reels because that's their newest thing that they're taking from TikTok. And I ain't gonna lie, for them to even act like they want to compete with TikTok, they gotta show Reels. Man, I don't like Reels either. I posted a couple Reels, but they got unreal views. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh man, y'all putting all the sauce on here. Matter of fact, the sauce that they're putting on Reels is similar to the sauce when they started, when you would actually post something and the people that follow you would see it. This is my thing too. Don't act like I'm getting more views and I'm hyping and you hyping some shit up for me, when in fact you still only giving me 40% of what got me here in the first place.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And just those types of moves. I mean, you know, like that move makes me feel bad from a move that you pulled a long time ago where you started taking away the views and all that. So I just think that's why I say Facebook, Instagram, same thing. The way that they move is kind of tone deaf to the culture because it's always reactive and never proactive. And when they keep moving like that, it just keeps building and building and building resentment. And I don't even know if they're benefiting enough to keep making these types of moves. You understand?
Yeah, no, that's right. And it's like the promote button. The promote button is the biggest jug
trash
I've ever seen in marketing history, dog. Because I've never heard a good story of like, oh, I got money. I made money off of the promote button, or I got this from the promote button. Because they don't explain to you that you can't really control who you're marketing to. It's just sending it wherever. So you're just burning money. You know what I mean? Unless you're on the back end doing the ads manager, that's when you really can finesse.
That's the real advertising.
Yeah, but they don't tell you that. Yeah. Nobody tells you that. It just makes it seem like, all right, you pay $10 and it's going to push. You know what I mean?
Right. It's just a way to make the average user feel like they're actually running a Facebook ad, when in fact it's like when you be playing a video game, you sit your little brother next to you and give him a controller that's not hooked up and he think he playing. That's what the promote button is on Facebook. Because to really run Facebook ads, like Tristan said, you gotta get into that ads manager, and that's a whole nother world of it. It's not like, oh, just click this button and people are going to see it. And if you've ever promoted anything on Instagram, I'm almost willing to bet my shorts that you made no money off of it.
That's right.
Yeah.
Shout out to the fake controller. You see,
the joke.
I see. I be over here playing Call of Duty. I've been playing a lot of zombies lately.
Hey,
get my daughter
my fake controller.
You know what I mean? Get my daughter a controller. Like, oh, you doing good.
She's like, yo, I am killing this game.
I'm out here doing my thing.
And she's looking at you like, I don't know, Dad. You might want to brush up. You ain't doing it like me out here.
Yeah.
In these streets.
So I got about 2 more years for that. You know what I mean? Until she started realizing, then it's all downhill from there.
Yeah, that's a fact. Wenzo says promote equals. Yeah, you can read the comment. That's for sure. That is for sure. I know we got another question here.
Oh, well, hold on. I got a couple that's related, so I guess we'll knock these out.
Okay.
So Billboard charts to include video streams from Facebook. So now your videos that you upload, they're all going to count towards the Billboard. And something else just did it. Was it Audio Mac? Yes,
Audio Mac. Yeah, that was like a month or two ago that they did it.
So now, everything's going so digital, bro. Which I mean is a good thing because that's the world we live in now. But it's like everything is finally starting to get, which is crazy that it took this long. You know what I mean? For all of this to happen, it's like, bro, people getting 14 million plays on Facebook or in all this joint.
Hey, do we shout out the pandemic though? Because it kind of forced things to get a little more advanced to make up for the lack of being able to do stuff the old way. So maybe shout out to the Rona, maybe.
A little. Man, the Rona ain't been all bad. I mean, I gotta be careful with that because people did die and super serious. So I don't want to discredit that. But like some businesses did really well because of the Rona. You know what I mean? So.
Yep, exactly. So, yeah, I think the pandemic had a lot to do with it. I mean, look at how Verzus took off. And not to say Verzus wouldn't have taken off, but it took off super fast because no one could go anywhere. People wanted concerts. So the growth of Verzus, shout out to the Rona a little bit. Clubhouse, shout out to the Rona.
Oh, yeah.
A little bit. You know what I mean? And there's other things in certain people's businesses, depending on what business you have.
The Tiger King.
Tiger King. Shout out to the Rona.
Oh, man.
Yes, indeed. Joe, wherever you are, whatever cell block you're in, man, shout out to you. You was famous last year.
What do you think about SoundCloud fan-powered royalties?
Have you
seen that? Yeah.
I did. I think that's dope, man.
I feel like these platforms are starting to realize that the consumer has the power. And it's one of the things that we don't realize we had a power until, you know what I mean? But when we realize we got the power, then it's going to be an issue for them. And I think it's a good move for SoundCloud, but it's one of those things that it should. I think Joe Budden was talking about it. Did you listen to Joe Budden this week?
I did.
And I never thought about it. Like, we paid $9.99. That money just goes to a pot, and we don't know where that money goes to. But if I'm never listening to Rascal Flatts, no offense to Rascal Flatts, but it's not really in my playlist. You know what I'm saying? It's why should they make their money? You know what I'm saying? Like, my money should go to the people that I support. You know what I mean? So it's a weird business model that I feel like nobody really understands. And I keep saying it, we're gonna get a tier on here. I feel like a tier is gonna be great. And I got another homie who just got a job with Troy Carter, and he's like streaming. His name is JR, super smart dude when it comes to streaming and playlists. I'm gonna hit him and see if we can get him on here too, because shout out to IG for the update. So now we can do a lot more stuff.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, we might have to test that later on today.
Oh yeah. We
pull somebody in or something. Yeah, but I think it's cool, and it's easy because when one company gets it or is forced into getting it and they adapt, and then the people are like, yeah, that's the way to go, shame on the rest of you companies, then that all the other companies kind of fall in line. But yeah, with that whole royalties being split up evenly thing, yeah, that's true. Because like you said, if you only listen to this person, you don't listen to any of these people, why should they get your money? But what does that mean for new artists, though, that maybe put their stuff on a streaming platform if those rules take effect and people only listen to Drake, they might not be looking for them. Do they get kind of like the same that they're getting now, or do they get nothing if no one, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
how's that going to work?
I think because the thing with music, my understanding, right, it's still a big chunk of money. We don't know what is happening to it. I think they're just pocketing because, when CDs were pressed, it was like you had to equate for shipping, you had to equate for packaging, you had to equate. It was all the stuff you had to equate for. That was why stuff was priced as $13, whatever, or $12, or you know what I mean. But now it's like people still buying singles, not as much, but they still buying albums and singles and stuff like that. But we don't have any of those packaging fees. It's all profit. So like, where's that money going to? You know what I mean? And then if everybody is a million people paying $10 a month, it's like it's somewhere is a disconnect with these pricing. And I think the more we understand how that is broken down and where that money is being allocated, the better. And then I feel like the smaller guys are going to be able to figure it out better.
And it's weird because the easiest way for people to know would be for these companies to just tell us, right? So the fact that no company is being transparent and telling us how the money works or where the money is going leads me to believe that there's definitely some, I can't believe it's not butter going on behind the scenes. But I think it will work itself out. All of this stuff is fairly new, the streaming and all of that stuff. If you look at, perception wise, like the amount of time there has been ever, this is really, really new. But I like the way that it's kind of changing and it's forcing these companies to wake up, and the people are really like, taking to the streets. Like if you go back to last year, I'm a Redskins fan. I'm from the DMV area, formerly the Redskins, now the Washington football team. But the debate had been up, or the issue had been up for them to change their name for decades. But it wasn't until the whole Black Lives Matter and people start rising up. And then it got FedEx, who owns the football field. FedEx was like, oh man, we got to ride with the people. And part of that now is you guys got to change your name. Dog, same day it felt like they were like, bet, all right, we're dropping the name. Sure. People have been trying to get this to happen for decades, bro. When you affect the money and you get the people to really rise up and all start moving in the same direction, these companies will take heed. So I'm happy that people are going to start getting paid more for their music on more platforms.
I will say that's the part about blockchain and like crypto that I feel like it's going to be the game changer. And that's why I say like even NFTs, all this stuff is like the future, but we need to learn about this now because it's going to affect us. Because my understanding with blockchain, even how deals and like royalties are paid out, it's going to be different because everything can be calculated on the blockchain. So the percentage is going to be a lot. You know what I'm saying? It's not that you had to go through a person to go through a person to go through a person. It's like blockchain can figure all of these out instantly, sort everything out. You know what I'm saying? So it's like your deals, your publishing, all this stuff is going to be sorted way differently. And man, I think it's going to be exciting. I think that's where music is going to be headed, that people are going to start pushing for that. Because I'm even thinking like with the NFTs, it's like, could you not sell like part of your catalog? Could you be like, or could you be like, yo, I'm putting up 10% of my publishing as an NFT, right? And then you could bid on it. Low key, that's a better situation than a publishing deal. You're gonna get some rent. You know what I'm saying? Like it could be. You know what I mean? So it's like all these options that I feel like people are gonna start figuring out with the blockchain and NFTs to like progress music.
100. All right, man. Let me see what we got here. I ain't gonna lie, I be clicking these questions real willy-nilly. I need to slow down on that. Okay. Let's see. Let me get this right. Which exact platforms do you think producers would be posting would be on posting and networking? Yeah. I'm assuming that's what it is. Should be posting and networking on. Okay. All of them.
Yeah. As much as you can keep up with.
Yeah, like all of them that work for you. Okay, maybe I oversimplified it. Knowing your audience and seeing where your audience is, what platforms your audience is on, that's where you should really channel your efforts. However, that's not to say that you shouldn't experiment with other platforms, because there may be hidden pockets of people there that you don't know about. But yeah, once you know your audience or your ideal consumer, whatever it is that you do, you'll know where those people are. And then those are the platforms you should really be focused on.
And man, me and my homie, we talk about this, and I've been doing a terrible job. But every time a new platform starts to take off, we always have this conversation about how we need to jump on it early and like go crazy. So TikTok was the last one where I was like, I need to get on this and like do it. But you know, adulting and life kind of got in the way of for me for really like being as aggressive as I wanted to.
Yeah.
But now that I'm getting the systems built out, and a lot of this stuff it's getting a lot easier to be taken care of, then you know, now I can see myself doing more content stuff, because a couple of the issues we had content wise, we just figured that out.
Yes, indeed. That's over.
We just sorted that out. I found an editor, so it's like a lot of the stuff that I had issues with. You know, what I mean, I think I'm gonna be able to jump on more of this stuff, and it's gonna be good. But man, where the eyes are, that's where you need to be. Some people are good on Twitter, some people are good on TikTok, some people are good on Instagram. You know, but you want to be out there.
Speaking of Twitter, you seen the new Twitter Patreon?
Oh yeah,
that's not what it's called. What's it called? SuperFans or something like that?
It sounds like another fans platform. It's very
the only. It used to be the only. Now there's a super one.
One of the fans.
But what this is, for people who haven't heard about it, Twitter is announcing this. It's kind of a paywall. You can put certain tweets or certain content on Twitter behind a paywall, and only people that pay or subscribe can see that content. So it's a new way for creators to make money on Twitter, which essentially is the Patreon model, or things that work like Patreon. So Twitter's implementing Patreon the same way Instagram implemented TikTok. You know what I'm saying? Like all these platforms, in a minute, most of these platforms are going to do 80% of the same thing, which is not bad, because it all kind of seems to be steering in the direction of the creator, especially creators being able to make money. Whereas before they were just a product on these platforms, and now they can actually make some money on them. I, for one, will not be doing the SuperFans joint, only because I'm not really heavy on Twitter. But for the people that are, man, it's like it's going to be a new day for them.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Like Jesus and Mero somewhere, like yes,
facts,
yes,
facts, exactly.
Okay, hold on, real quick. We had Young Spacehead. Hold on, I gotta find the exact message. Oh, he says meeting at Paramount and Capcom went very well. Your boy got another placement with Capcom Games.
Come on, bro.
Shout out to him, man. That's what I'm talking about, man. That's what I like to hear, man.
Come on, man. The squad working it out, man.
Hey, man.
Working it out.
Shout out to Space, bro.
By the way,
congratulations.
Don't sleep on the word another.
Another one.
Yeah, exactly. Don't sleep on that part of the sentence.
Hey, so if you're in Marvel versus Capcom, you know what I mean? They do the little Iron Man pull out the blaster cannon, you know what I mean? Hey, just know I'm about to hit somebody with a 42-piece combo. Wow. With your music in the background.
You're providing the soundtrack to a lot of destruction. Appreciate it. Nice. Yes, sir.
Let's see. DJ Philip James says, I lost a few friends in the past 2 months, including one of my closest friends, D from CB4 in January, and another one last week. Has anyone of you had to work on projects while grieving?
Yes. I have. For some people, that actually helps the grieving process. I know a few people. They're like you ever seen that person like they're grieving and you expect them to be grieving, but they're like, I just want to get right back to work.
Right.
You know what I mean? So for some people, that's helpful. Whether that's just how they built, or it's just a distraction to not be sitting and thinking about the grief. But what I would suggest, and I've done that myself, had to keep working on something while grieving. But it depends on who you are. I was actually talking to somebody about this exact subject last night. It just depends on who you are and how you react to a certain situation. And you know, the first time or even the first 2 times that something like that happens to you, you may not know who you are in that situation.
Right.
But you know, I mean, you know, just work it out as best you can. Some people just need to grieve and then get back to it. Some people need to immediately get back to it. If you don't know what type of person you are in that scenario, I just say, you know, try different things. Don't really force anything. Just listen to yourself, and you'll learn who you are, and you'll learn how to get through it is the best way that's comfortable to you as a person.
Yeah, man. Protect your mentals, man. Do what you got to do, man.
Yes, sir.
I mean, music is gonna be there, man. So if you got to take a break, you know what I mean?
There
Cook
it is.
up, you know, from cooking up. Hey, do that. If that helps you get through it, then you know, do what's best for you though in this time. That's my advice for you, bro. You know what I mean? Take care of yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel you. H2O Ave, these platforms are like DAWs. They offer pretty much the same thing. Yeah, you're absolutely right. You just got to gravitate to the one that you're most comfortable with. That's for sure. Yeah, very poignant point about the DAWs too.
Oh, yeah.
That's the thing.
Have you heard the new Drake EP?
I heard about it. I have not heard it. Did you hear it?
I heard a couple drinks. Shout out to my homies, man. Shout out FNZ, Zach and Fanatic.
They all over the place, man.
Bro, no, they're the homies, man. I learned a lot from this guy. So like when y'all heard me on the podcast, we talk about I'll go to LA with Diego. We play hot potato, which is like everybody starts the idea, pass it. FNZ is like one of the people that we would always do this with. So like these are the homies, man. I spent a lot of time with those guys, and they did the one with Boy Wonder. I think it's the one with Rick Ross on there. I'm pretty sure that's the one. But yeah, the one they co-produced with Boy Wonder. So shout out to them. I'm super happy for them because them the homies, yes, man, sir. And just seeing them go crazy, it's great, man. So yeah, but the project, what I heard, I just kind of skimmed through it. Man, Drake don't really miss. It's to me, it wasn't anything groundbreaking. It wasn't anything that you haven't heard, but it was also very, very solid. You know what I mean? It's one of those. It's not like something you be like, oh man, this is like totally different.
How many was it? It's only 3, right?
Yeah, it's only 3.
Gotcha.
And he give you each of the Drake vibes. Like he give you that little 40 slow, not slow, but I think the tempo is a little bit up, but little super open Drake. He give you the ratchet Drake with Lil Baby. Then he give you that I'm gonna spit some super philosophical bars with Rick Ross sample kind of Drake.
Nice.
Yeah.
The boy don't miss. If you don't like Drake, it's just because you don't like Drake. But yeah, that boy don't miss. I'm looking forward to the album, Certified Lover Boy or Lover Man or whatever you're gonna call it. I don't care what you call it. Just put the joint out. Definitely. Oh yeah. Drake definitely one of my favorite artists of the last decade.
I feel like he don't miss.
No, he don't. Yeah. He got to figure it out, man. You got to applaud that. Yes, give it up for that man, sir. Yes, indeed.
Did you see Square acquired majority ownership stake in Jay-Z's title?
That's what I wanted to talk about.
$97 million. Good Lord, that's a lot.
That's what I wanted to talk about. Listen, man. This is officially the whole podcast. Every now and again, man. Jay-Z is the guy. Listen, the business mind, the evolution of where the man came from to where he is now, and he's doing something. The thing is consistency. He's doing something big all the time, bro. All the time. And he keeps it, I don't want to say age appropriate, but like for the age that he is, like as he gets older, the things that he accomplishes are in his age bracket, so to speak, but they're still equally as great, if that makes sense. So it could have been having the hottest hip hop album and selling millions of copies back in whatever year, but now it's selling half of his streaming company or something like that. Like equally as great. And the man keep winning, man.
So he done racked up in the past like month because he just sold the champagne.
Yep.
Like dog, he racking up.
Yeah, bro.
And if I'm not mistaken, he has something to do with Twitter now. He gets a board seat somewhere. I can't remember.
Because of the Square deal with Jack Dorsey. So they're gonna acquire his half of Tidal and they're gonna put him on he's still on the board of Tidal, or he's on the board of something. So he sold his stuff, and if it's in fact like theirs now, don't quote me on this, but he's also on the board. So it's not like he just sold something and it's gone. Like he sold it, but he's still in the mix.
Man, that dog, he came up. All the way came up. That's fire. And hopefully the stock market's been so trash this week, dog.
That I know.
Bro, you remember that clip where Pops was like, sometimes you get knocked down, son, but you live to fight another day. That's me talking. That's me talking to my account on my. That's me talking to my all my options. Like, bro, I got knocked down this week, but I'm gonna fight another day.
No, son, no.
I'm holding a lot of Square. I got a lot of Square, a good amount of Square. So I'm hoping that drink bounces up next week. You know what I mean? Especially after all this stuff, and
my Square was down.
Oh, it's super down. No,
and so you know what I did? I was like, oh, perfect time to buy more.
Oh, bro, I doubled down.
Yes, sir.
And red days, you know what I mean? That's when you feast, man.
Yes, indeed. I definitely bought more. Yeah, I doubled my Square day before yesterday, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, I went a little ham, but hopefully this hurry up and
yeah,
and it turns up. Hopefully Jay-Z will push that forward a little bit.
Hey man, in the words of the great Kenny Rogers, you gotta know when to hold them.
And know when to hold them.
That's a fact.
Yo, I told you I met Kenny Rogers a few times.
Was that a chicken spot?
No, I used to work at Walgreens, bro. But this is back in the day. I used to work at Walgreens, right, in the pharmacy, and he owned the Waffle House across the street. And so he would come in all the time and get his prescription. And I'm like, yo, are you the gambler? Is this the gambler? And he thought it was so wild that I knew who he was. I guess, young black kid knowing who Kenny Rogers. But I'm like, dog, I grew up, I'm from the country, dog. We know about Kenny Rogers, dog.
Yes, sir.
And he was super cool, bro. Super cool all the time.
That's dope. Hey, man, for those of you that don't know, when the Gambler came out, it was hidden in black communities.
Oh yeah.
My aunt had that joint on vinyl. I remember that joint.
I had the record, bro. I had the record in the crib, dog. That's how I knew.
Yeah, like black people was all over that, bro. Yeah, so shout out to the Gambler, man.
Big facts. Let's see. DJ MacGyver says diamond hands. Yes, sir.
Yes, indeed. Come on, hey MacGyver, you might be the person that we got to pull in later on at the end of the show if you're around.
Hey.
Yeah, the only reason we won't do it now is because people on the Zoom, which is actually what ends up on YouTube and everywhere else, they won't be able to hear whoever we pull in.
Facts.
Yeah. Are you the Gambler? What's the spread on tonight's game? Like, son, you're an idiot. Let's see what else we got. Young Quintendo in the building. The Sound Oracle or Trezor have any placements with Cypress Hill?
No,
I do not. I was and still am a huge DJ Muggs fan though. So shout out to Cypress Hill and DJ Muggs for sure.
Yeah, I wish. That would be impressive to have on the resume.
Bro, legendary, bro.
Yeah,
legendary. Yeah. MacGyver said, all right, okay. That's true. Okay. Let's see. Shout out to everybody that's asking questions and putting questions out here. This is amazing. All right. I see producers out. Hold on. Out what?
I see producers out.
I
think he means offering.
I see producers offering their beats up for nonprofit use so that they can, and then my shit cuts off.
It says so they could use as a trial the beat before they buy, and then that's all I can see.
How does that work? Honestly, how you could try this beat before you buy it, but then it's gonna self-destruct.
How do you collect?
Yeah, I don't know how that's gonna work unless they are like super tagging it up, and then who could try it with the tags all over it? That's a tricky thing. I'd be curious to see how they're actually doing that.
Because it's like, say like you could try it for a month, and then after that it's for profit. It's like, excuse me, sir, your month trial for this beat has expired.
Yeah, we're gonna have to go out to your meter and turn this beat off.
you try to play in your car and then just the volume knob just go down.
Like, what's wrong with this track? Damn, you pay your track bill? I ain't paid a track bill, bro.
Yeah, I don't know about how that one works. I'm not even gonna cap. I have no idea.
Nah, I'm curious though. I'm definitely curious.
Young Dr. Love, what up, bro?
There he is. What up, bro?
He says hits from the bong. He is in Colorado, so I'm sure it's going down.
That's a fact. That was a great song. That was a great album, to be honest with you, man. That joint had Killer Man on it.
I just thought he was talking about.
Thought he was just getting into it. That's a Cypress Hill reference.
I thought it was Friday.
just a regular Friday. Hits from the bombs. Like, yeah, thanks for the update.
Turn up. My bad.
Nah, that was pretty good. You know what's funny? Young Jerry Nova. Shout out to Jerry Nova. I don't know if he's still in here. He hit me. He DM'd me this week and said, "Yo, everybody forgot about Acid Studio." No one mentions Acid Studio when you talk about like the old school DAWs or the old school way people did things. Right. And that was the one originally made to like do loops and arrange.
Oh yeah, Acid was the joint back in the day.
When you would get a sample pack, when they would do sample packs or whatever, like way back in the day, it would be a wave folder or whatever folder. Then there would be an Acid loop folder. That's how much Acid was in the game. They had their own format that people would make just for that joint. So yeah, Acid never gets talked about. We'll talk about Digital Performer. We'll talk about all types of stuff, but no one mentions Acid. So man, RIP Acid Studio, the number one.
What happened to him?
I'm assuming they became something else.
Who was the company? I don't remember who.
I don't remember either. Treasure's on the case. I see it. But yeah, they were.
Wait, they still make it?
Oh, wow. Listen.
Wait, this can't be real. Magic's Acid Studio 11?
Magic's, that's right.
You know, Magic's was what? Or was it, am I thinking E-Magic's? Logic used to be, was it Magic's?
Yep. Well, Magic's or wait, E-Magic might have been. E-Magic was something too. But yeah, you're right. Logic used to be something like that. I don't know if it was Magic's or something else. But the fact that you're telling me that they still make Acid Studio, I ain't gonna lie. I don't know if I need y'all to be that ambitious, but also shout out to y'all for still being alive and kicking. You know,
so I'm confused. So Sony Acid Music
that's the one I'm talking about.
But so when I type in Acid, it's a new one. It's Magic's, who used to make software also, and it looks like it. It's very confusing.
Yeah, what Magic's used to be something like Digital Performer or Studio One or something like that. But I think Sony made the Acid Pro that I'm talking about.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know.
E-Magic was Logic, and then dang, bro, this took me down a rabbit hole, bro.
Yeah.
Dang, bro.
Yeah.
I'm about to pull out the MTV Music Generator on y'all, man.
Not my man about to pull out some Parappa the Rapper.
Kick, punch, all in the mind. If you want to test me, I'm sure you're fine. Right. Yeah. Don't test me on the Paul Rapper the Rapper, dog. You know when you're in the hood, bro, you only had the demo disc. So I know them first two levels, bro. Like the back of my hand, dog.
Don't do it to him. A-Show Av raises a good point. He says, I've been using TrackLib, and I will say that the artist who makes their own beats and works with samples, it's a great platform.
Oh,
yeah, shout out to TrackLib, man. If you're a sample-based producer and you're really into samples, TrackLib makes it just that much easier for you by pooling everything in one place. If anyone needs to clear anything, they make it super easy. So, man, shout out to TrackLib and everybody supporting that movement for sure.
Hey. Yeah, okay, so Don Corleone, shout out to him. Just had a record drop. I think what's her name? Mia? Rico Love's artist. I still gotta check out I gotta check the project out. But all the homies is on there. Young Diego's on there. Mm-hmm. I think my homeboy Cass is on there. So I gotta listen to it tonight. He says E-Magic was Logic. So okay. It's a lot of magics going on.
Yeah.
And then so Dub Too Cool says Magic's bought out Acid Studios. I could use Acid on top of Magic's, but nah.
Gotcha.
Gotcha. Okay. Dr. Love says,
oh yeah.
he said, bro, I found my city of pirated plugins. Anyone need Reason 5?
Man.
Bruh.
That's funny. I had a consultation with somebody. Shout out to Life's a Movie. I had a consultation with him yesterday. And he is a Reason user. So, of course, I had to go in on him a little bit. But then it got me to thinking about Reason. Is Reason like the biggest form of overcompensation and correction you've ever seen? Saying all that to say, the biggest critique of them was, y'all don't even use plugins. You don't even have plugins. They came so late to the party. They were like, not only are we going to use plugins,
we are a plugin.
We're going to be a plugin, dog.
I never thought about that.
My bad. That's how much they overcompensated just to please the community. They like, yo, do we support plugins? Bro, we are plugins. You know what I'm saying?
Realistic says Reason equals fire.
Okay. Trezor, what you think?
Y'all be trying to set me up.
I
be hating seeing Reason pop up. I'm like, oh, it's a setup.
I do. I try to get me every chance I get.
Dang. Dr. Love says, bro, why can't you maximize the window? Bro, I never even thought about that. That is real.
Come on, let's not do this, y'all.
Hey, bro.
Like, man, Reason's right in the room, man. Come on, let's not do this right here.
Hey, I don't want Rottweiler to pop up in here.
Oh yeah, that's a fact.
I don't want no more smokes. Y'all leave me out of this. I'm trying to calm down with the Reason here. Y'all trying to get me beat up by these producers, man.
Yo, I'm never gonna stop throwing you under the Reason bus. I'm sorry, bro. Come on, man. This whole thing was built on that, bro.
All right. Reason's trash. Okay, y'all happy? Y'all happy?
Why can't you maximize the window? It's hilarious to me, by the way.
That is facts, though.
Yeah. All right, man. We got more questions. Hopefully, none of them have anything to do with Reason at all. Any advice for making and selling sound packs? Yes. Creation is just the first part. If you build it, they will not come. You have to know how to market. You have to know where to be. It's a lot of things, and not to make it sound like crazy daunting, but I do realize that a lot of people, because I do consultations where people hit me and ask me about this very same thing. And everyone seems to be focused on the creation of a sound pack. Like the conversation usually goes something like this. I want to start putting out sound packs. I just made my first one. So what should I do? Should I get like Shopify or should I get like such and such? And then that's the question. The question is like, all right, what should I put it out? What should I put it out on? And I'm like,
you answer the wrong
I can answer. Yeah, I can answer, but it's all about marketing. Do you have something to capture emails? Do you have an email list? Do you even know about email lists? Right. You know what I mean? Like there are just so many other avenues, so many other pieces that come after the creation of it, and what platform to host it on is like the least of those things.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? It's talent. Talent and hustle have to work together to make things successful. And the hustle, when I say hustle, I don't mean your ability to get out there and kind of get to it, but I mean the actual mechanics of the hustle is what is the vehicle that drives the creation that you made. Because once you make your creation, you put it into a vehicle, and that vehicle has to take it somewhere. And that's the hustle. That's the marketing. That's the advertising. That's the networking. All of those types of things. And I just think that if you want to get into that avenue, don't neglect that part of it, because I would honestly say that part might be more important than the creative part, or if not, it's equally as important.
Yeah, I look at it like, and it's weird because I feel like I came into it. I don't want to say the opposite way, but my background to me has always been e-commerce, right? Mm-hmm. And like websites. That's been since I was in high school. I've been selling stuff online, so it's like I would think that naturally I would I would start doing this and pick it up super easy. And it took me like a year and a half to even get it. and one of my dog is like the guy for it. You know what I mean? So I had all of that, and it still took me a while to put two and two together. But to me, it's like the internet, you got to think of it as like putting a store in the middle of a desert, right? It's like the store could be the nicest store, ever. It can have all these elevators, super feng shui, but how do you get people to that? Yeah. And that's going to be your issue. And until I start really focusing. That's why you always hear me talk about Facebook ads and stuff like that, because that's been my focus of how do I get traffic. And it's not just Facebook ads. You still, like you said, email list, SMS, like all this stuff. Yeah, all this stuff you got to understand how to build, and they all kind of sync together. You know what I'm saying? So once you learn one, then it's like, all right, let me learn the next one and how to get people from this one to the next one. And then let me get people from this one to this one. So once you figure that out and you got a system for it, then it starts getting easier. But at the beginning, it's hard unless you got like a huge fan base and you starting from square one. It's gonna be a little more difficult because you really got to promote.
Yeah, it is, and it's not so much focused on the product that you're selling. You have to really think about yourself. If you have a personal brand or whatever your brand is, you got to get your brand popping. Not necessarily, or not just the product you're selling getting popping, but your brand recognition goes a long way. Put it like this: you could have a product and no one knows about your brand, and people are like, they're gonna overlook the product. Whereas if you have a brand and you just throw some shit out, not saying that you should, people will be like, yo, I gotta check that out because such and such put out something new. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's not so much about the product. It's about the product and the brand together.
That's facts. Don says, that's my biggest concern with a hosted on. Almost finished with mine. Hey, shoot me a DM, bro.
Facts. Likewise.
You got the talent part. That ain't.
Oh yeah.
That part is the.
You good, and you got he has an audience.
Yeah.
So the brand recognition is there. The hosting is a smaller. It's a smaller problem, and man, I know one of us definitely got the answer for you. We might have the same answer.
Yeah, exactly.
To be honest with you.
Yeah, let us know. We'll get you together.
Yes, sir.
Massive is greater than Massive X. Ain't gonna lie, real talk. Yeah, I ain't gonna front.
Is that true?
I haven't used Massive X, bro.
Me either. They didn't sell it enough for me. They didn't sell it enough.
The OG Massive though.
Oh yeah,
that's my joint.
Yeah,
I used that joint like 2 days ago, actually.
Yeah, Massive is not to be slept on.
Oh yeah, that joint is a classic. They need I need a Solenth too, man. Solenth was my joint, bro, for a minute, but dog, it's never happening now.
Dog, they just.
He's like, nah, bro.
Yeah, damn. Where y'all at? N.E.R.D.
Linear.
Yeah, they out the game. Let's see what we got here, man. Any advice for trying to get your music on TV and film? I feel like I have answered this with the best way that I possibly can. But Trisha, do you have any advice? Because I give the same advice every time.
I feel like we're gonna give about the same advice. Find smaller companies. I don't really trust those big companies. Like, oh, we push it and you just send in a bunch of music, and I don't really trust those. I try to find like smaller companies that you could like interact with the people. The guy that helped me do a lot of the music stuff I did do for TV and film, he super cool dude, man. And he's another person that we need to get him on the podcast. Since now they got this IG update, we can like bring people in. Yeah. He's another person I want to get on because he helped me a lot. He got me the Rihanna joint. I did a few episodes of that Rihanna joint. I think it was the Kardashians one. I had like a run where I was doing a bunch of stuff. And at that time, I was super broke. And them chicks was coming through, bro. Them dresses was coming through. I was in LA, bro. It was clutch. So shout out to him. I'm forever grateful to this man because he got me some checks off of that. And smaller companies though. And it's a format for those. It's a lot of those want to have like sting outs and all that stuff. So just get familiar with the format and what makes a TV record different than, because it's not exactly the same. The arrangement is a little bit different. The little endings and the beginnings and stuff is a little different. So once you figure out that format, I feel like it's the wave.
Well said, my brother. Young Fictionalized is in the building. What's up? Hey. And I don't know if you're ready to receive flowers, Young Trizzle, but it looks like she's about to smack us with a whole bouquet of roses here. Says, you musical wise men have been giving me some excellent advice lately. Thank you. I've been acting on it and it's working.
So I'm not laughing at that. I just saw a comment and it just threw me off. Sorry, Fiction. I was trying to get my flowers and that comment threw me all the way off.
Oh, no.
But I appreciate it, Fiction. Thank you.
Yeah.
We're here to help, man.
Yes, sir.
So this is the comment that had me laughing. Dr. Love says, did I hear Massive X? Do they sell that at Tokyo Valentino?
Oh, come on, air horn. Air horn ain't
That
work.
was great. I just saw Tokyo Valentino and I just started laughing. I don't know. Does that exist outside of Atlanta? I don't know if that's
not.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if that was because it was another name. The one by me it was another name and then they changed them. So I didn't even know if that was like a franchise or how that worked.
Nah, that's a whole Atlanta joke right there,
bro. I have so many questions about that we would have to talk about. I have
on the special Atlanta episode.
Bro, I have so many questions about that place, bro. So many questions that I'm trying to figure out.
Do you really want the answers?
Yeah, because Doppler used to be right by.
I do remember that. There was a lot of stuff over there by Doppler, honestly.
Bro, Doppler, that was a wild. That area, I mean, it's changed a lot now, but at one point it was a wild area.
Is Camelot still over there?
No, I don't think none of that's over there.
Yeah, they changed it up.
Yeah, but yeah, remind me to ask you that after the show. I don't even know if you would know, but I'm just so curious about a lot of this stuff.
Yo, you crazy. Oh, Slim, did you hear about the Wu-Tang book?
No. What's going on with Wu-Tang?
So apparently Wu-Tang is putting out a super limited edition book. I believe it has like unreleased photos in it, or just something to make it super rare. They're only making 36 copies for 36 Chambers, the first Wu album. And I heard it comes in a 400-pound case. 400-pound case, bro. I had a very distasteful joke I'm not gonna say, but a 400-pound case though,
that shipping cost is gonna be stupid, dog.
That's why they was like, yo, we only making 36, bro. We're gonna pay at least $20,000 to ship it.
No, you know how much that shipping cost go? No, that sounds like a fungible token. It ain't Slim, a non-fungible.
That's a woolly mammoth coffin. Like,
yeah, I'm cool on that. As much as I love Wu-Tang, I don't think I'm that much of a fan that I would want a 400. Where you gonna put that case at, bro?
That's what I'm saying. I don't even know how big the case is, but I'm looking around. I'm like, nah. But shout out to the Wu. That's that's innovative. Listen, you talk about having a brand.
Oh yeah.
Wu-Tang is one of the best brands we've ever seen in hip hop. Ever, hands down. If you agree with me, spam the hearts. But I think you'd be hard pressed to find someone to disagree. Like, first of all, once you start getting over 100 people to tattoo your logo on them, and I'm pretty sure with tens of thousands of people with Wu-Tang tattoos, like they figured out how to brand, and I'm honestly thinking that they didn't go into it like, yo, we're gonna do this and then we're gonna do this to brand. They were just really being themselves, but they were so devoted, and this shit was so catchy. You know what I mean? Like, to this day, you fast forward however many years later from 36 Chambers. I don't know how many years it's been, but I'm sure it's been like at least 2 decades, to where they can put out a book with a 400-pound case, and I bet you all 36 of them joints gonna go if they ain't gone already. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's crazy. I wonder how those affiliates of Wu-Tang, like where's the cutoff on these products, and like, you know what I'm saying?
That's
like,
a good point.
How far down does it go? Does the dude that like cut off his thing and jumped off the balcony? I don't think he's getting a percentage of that. You know what I mean? Like,
I'm imagining of the original, just the original members. I'm imagining. Who knows?
Yeah, because there's a lot of them.
Yeah. Real quick, we don't have to stay on this, but there's talk about the Raekwon versus Ghostface Verzus. I would be there to see it. However, 2 people kind of from the same group that have done like a whole album and 1 million songs together. To me, that's just another Tiny Desk.
Yeah.
That's I would want to hear the songs, and I think that's great, but I'm like, if it's 20 songs and y'all potentially perform 9 of them together somehow, it's not really a Versus.
It takes the fun away.
Yeah. But speaking of that, real quick, did you see the D'Angelo joint?
I did not watch it.
Well, I'll tell you this much. D'Angelo had 3 friends. So D'Angelo and friends was 3. It was 3 of them. It was Red and Meth, who came out together. That's
like one friend. You can't count that as 2.
Okay, so D'Angelo had had 2.5 friends. Yeah, well, 2 friends, exactly. So it wasn't so much D'Angelo and friends, and essentially it was to me a tiny desk.
Yeah, that's what I was worried about.
Yeah, I don't know why the format changed, or if I heard some things. It was set up one way, but then things went left, but it had to go on, so they made the most of a situation. I can't really speak on it because I don't know. I'm not a fan of this over the original Versus format by any means. However, I caught it a couple days later because my wife just made some food and she put it on while we were eating and casted it to the TV, and I ended up getting stuck there with her watching it, and I forgot how much the Voodoo album slaps.
Oh yeah,
it's a vibe. When Voodoo was on, you should either smell like expensive cologne or weed. It's that type of vibe.
Either or
both. Or both. Yeah. And since I'm with my lady, it's playing, and it was just such a vibe when you with your woman that I watched the whole so yeah, Voodoo is a vibe. What are my other takeaways? Every D'Angelo song that comes on, your initial response is, I think I know this song. Or I think he just played this song, because all of his songs sound the same.
Oh, yeah.
100%. They all start the same, but it is a vibe. And the third and final thing I took away from it, D'Angelo is in that Hall of Fame of artists where, let's put it like this. I watched that joint for 2 hours. I didn't understand a single damn word. Not a word. And then you realize how many D'Angelo songs you know and how many of the words to that song you know.
Oh,
Not very many.
You just know the melody.
You might know the chorus, and you definitely know the melody. D'Angelo is in there with James Brown and a few other people to where they just sing, and you like, I don't know. I have no idea what he's saying, but it's a vibe.
He was like, he was the, like how Young Thug is like, I don't know exactly what he's saying sometimes, but I just know it's a vibe.
There you go.
That's all that matters. It's like, I have no idea what he just said right there, but I'll take it.
There you go. So this week I got up with Cosign. Shout out to Cosign of the Mighty Interns. Man, super producer. He's super actor all up on Fox and hosting BET shows and all of this type of stuff. But anyway, he was showing me something where he was performing, but his voice was kind of gone. And he's like, I was just hoping I can make it forward with the passion. Have the passion over, overcome that my voice was gone. And I was like, yeah, it puts you in the D'Angelo category or the James Brown category, to where it doesn't really matter what you're saying, but we know that you feel it and it's a vibe. Some artists can get away with that, bro.
That's right.
Yeah. So just write melodies all day.
I'm not gonna front, man. I miss the old Versus, like phone to phone ratchet, like audio eras. Like that's what made it great. Like the Babyface and Teddy Riley would have been cool if they were in the same room, but the greatness came from all the mistakes and everything. That's what made it, to me, one of the best ones. Like all of those, that's what makes it great, is that it's kind of ratchet. It seems like something, and it's one of those things of like, it seems like something that you could do. That's what I think, that was the allure of it. It's like where everybody's just on IG Live. It's just like, it's very like not intimidating. It's like when you look on social media and like the Facebook ads that's super polished don't do as well as the ones that just shot with an iPhone and it looks like something that you would just see that you would do, right? Those are the ones that do well. And I feel like it's the same kind of thing. And I get it, you get companies involved and, deals and stuff. You want to, but I just hope they get back to that essence of like,
real verses. First of all, two people versing each other, and not necessarily in so much of a kumbaya fashion. Like they don't have to hate each other, nothing like that. But the spirit of competition of the the Hit Boy Wonder joint or the Sean Garrett Dream joint.
Oh, that was great.
You know what I mean? Like that spirit of just competition, that's what takes Versus from being a thing that you saw one time to being a moment. Like the Teddy Riley Babyface shit was a moment, bro. No one's gonna forget that. Whereas a few of the verses, I'm not here to shit on anybody's verses, but you might tend to forget. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I hope they get back to that format too, and I also hope they really get back to the producer format.
I'm trying to think of has any of the in-person ones been as good as the ones on the phone?
Bounty Killer Beanie Man.
That was great. But that's artists from Jamaica. I feel like they have such a different vibe and energy that they're gonna kill it regardless. They were gonna do their thing regardless. Like they stepped in that joint like they ain't never missed a step. You know what I mean?
That's a fact. That is a fact.
Yeah, other than that one, I feel like other than that, everyone that Gucci and Jeezy, that was great. But that was great because
that was for different reasons.
Yeah,
bro.
I'm still stressed about that one.
Yeah,
like that joint had me nervous. I never thought I was going. I felt like I was watching a World Star video live. Like something was going to happen at any moment.
It looked wild. It looked wild. Like I said, I was with DJ MacGyver too. For some reason, that added to the tension of what I thought was going to happen. I have no idea why, but it kind of did.
I had that shirt, the Versus shirt, and I still haven't worn it. I think I might keep it as a collector, man. That Gucci and Jeezy is one of the ones you don't want to mess up.
Hey man, who you got to rob? Who you got to rob to get that Versus shirt?
Man, I caught it online, and I you know how sometimes you just luck up and you catch it before they sell out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it was one of the ones. But everybody's like, hit me like, let me buy that joint off you. I'm like, nah, bro. You got to get your own.
You gets none.
We'll see. Miss Easley 25 says, hey, Cuzzo. I'm pretty sure I can't see who it is, but I'm pretty sure it might be either. Do you have Easleys in your family? Because
I don't think so. I think that's you.
Yeah, I definitely got a lot of Easleys in my. So what up, cuz? I have no idea which cousin this is, but I'm pretty sure. It's one of my cousins.
Hey man, yeah. What up, Trezor's cousin?
Let's see. Sure. Beats Music says, is anyone else surprised Drake album is only 3 songs?
I don't think just the album.
Yeah,
it's just a little appetizer.
Yeah, just to keep people. Because I think what Certified Lover Boy is supposed to come out January.
It was, but he's still getting it certified.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it ain't certified yet.
No, he's still getting it certified. They polishing the joint up or whatever they do.
It was like a PSA 8. He trying to get it to like a PSA 10. You know what I mean?
There you go. Dude, but once it's certified,
what they know about the PSAs, man?
Nothing.
They know about the Pokemon cards, man. Get you a PSA Charizard.
Nothing.
But yeah, I think it's just a little appetizer. You know what I mean?
Facts. Shout out to Voxy B7. She's in the building.
Hey,
super dope artist. Yo, what's up with my air? Oh, man, hold up, man. There we go. Now we pardon. All right. Damn, only 3 songs. Yeah, man, it's a little EP, man. Drake going. Yeah. He came through dripping. Drip, drip. Song here, song there. Here's 3 songs. Yeah, when that album come out, y'all ain't gonna know what to do.
Oh, Beast Music said, now you talking about language, Trezor. I'm flipping cards on eBay. Hey, that card market is crazy.
Come on, man. You gotta know.
I'm sick, bro. I have dumb Pokemon cards somewhere in somebody's basement of my family, and I have no idea where they are. Hopefully they ain't thrown away. But I have like a nerd level ridiculous amount of Pokemon cards from when I was a kid. Some heat. This is worth some money. So hopefully, ain't got no water damage or nothing crazy. But when I go back to Virginia, I'm on the hunt for them.
Hey, you gotta get it in, bro. You gotta find them joints. Damn, I had Prentice had a question. I had put that joint up.
Oh, I can see it.
There it is. Let's see. My joint cuts off after house music. You got more than that?
It says, do you guys project an influx of dance hall, reggaeton, and house music once America opens back up?
I don't.
Really?
That's all I got.
See, it's crazy. I don't know if Ponzu's on here. I literally texted him, was it yesterday? Mm-hmm. I was on the bike. So yesterday. And I said, I think EDM is going to pop again once everything opens back up. Right? Because I feel like everybody has this angst about them now because everybody's been in the house. Nobody's really... I mean, some people are out, but nobody's got really to let loose. And I feel like when it's open again, like festivals and all that stuff, it's gonna go crazy. And I feel like you can't really capture that energy. Only thing that can capture that energy is like Waka Flocka level trap, where it's just like you want to fight somebody, and then like EDM music. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like those are gonna pick back up again because EDM had like a bubble to where it like kind of slowed down a little bit. I think when it opens up, people are gonna be back on it because that energy has got to go somewhere. You know what I mean? Like,
I agree with.
Yeah, I feel like the sound is whatever people are going through, and I feel like everybody's gonna be like super turned, ready to get out. So I feel like that's where it's gonna go.
But was EDM on that list that he sent?
Well, he said house music.
Well, okay, so that would count. But like dance hall, reggaeton, not that I have anything against those, and it would be great to hear an influx of those, but I just don't see how now the EDM thing that you just brought up, I can definitely see that because of, like you said, festivals and things like that. But the rest of them, I don't really think we'll see an influx of new music because things opened up. Yeah,
we'll see.
But people will be going out more. And once real live performances come back, it's crowd surfing is back in effect.
Bro, I'm so ready to go somewhere and drink and turn up, bro.
Yeah.
Dr. Love says, I think rock is gonna make a comeback again. Hey man, I need some like System of a Down Chop Suey level rock and roll, like to where I'm just like, I need that in my life. Bro, people it's so weird of like stereotypes. Because I listen to Nirvana all the time. That's like my joint. And people be so confused seeing me listen to Nirvana.
Oh, why? I don't get that.
I just think that people just don't expect like, guy in a do-rag, dreads and all that to be riding around listening to Nirvana. And I be bumping it like it's like the new, you know what I mean? Like it's the new DaBaby record, you know what I mean? But
that's crazy. I would expect that from if you were listening to a lesser known group. But that to me is like pulling up next to a white person and they playing a Bob Marley song. I'm like, I'm not surprised that you know that song. And Nirvana is the same to me.
I feel like Nirvana is one of the ones people only know the hit song and then that's it. Anything past that, then people are looking at you like, what are you listening to?
Like, oh, he's in the deep cuts.
Yeah. We'll see. I can understand. Just released our first sample pack this week, and we use YouTube to drive people to the pack. But yeah, Shopify is fire, and we released a free pack to drive people to the email list. Now, man, you pod now.
There it is. There it is.
You pod, man.
Come on now. Yeah. There it is. You gotta drive that traffic, man. You can't just put it up in the middle of the internet and think that people are gonna flock to it.
Yeah. Let's see. Toxicity and Chop Suey was my bro on the playlist right now.
Nice. That 90s heavy rock scene is missing. That's true.
Yeah. It's weird because when I think of rock, I think of like Lil Uzi. Like I think Lil Uzi is like one of the few rock stars. He's just a rock star over trap beats, but it's like, his whole vibe to me is very like 90s punk rock. You know what I mean? Like,
damn. Young System of a Down. You took it back.
Why have you forsaken?
Go ahead, no, get you back. Go ahead.
Let's
back it up.
Have you heard the new Bruno Mars and Anderson pod?
Oh, Sonic Silk.
Ooh, I think it goes back to what we were talking about. I think when people start seeing musicality as a hit record, it's gonna be more musicality coming out, and I think this is gonna be great. That record to me is like, I like it. I don't have anything bad to say. I wasn't like super in love with it, but I have nothing bad to say. But I know they got something in the tuck, bro. And where people are gonna be like, bro, this is stupid, bro.
Yeah, that's just too much genius together, bruh. Woo.
Yeah.
Woo. So do you think it's gonna push the envelope to get more people to be more musical or follow that trend?
I think if they have like all the Bruno stuff, like when it's successful, like I feel like it pushes it like, all right, cool. You could get away with being super musical again. Because I feel like that's the thing. People don't think that musical records are gonna sell. So I feel like people are doing the super dumbed down. But whatever's selling, I feel like is what people are gonna start gravitating to. So if you do a bridge and all that, you catch a number one, bro. I feel like people are gonna start doing bridges and all that stuff.
Yes, sir.
Quintino says, I love me some Evanescence. Dog, don't come
on, man. Quintino would be the guy. He would be that guy.
If you don't listen to Paramore, I don't trust you, dog. Paramore got the jams, dog. No, I'm about to send me down. I could go down the rabbit hole. I could listen to the Veronicas. Come on, man.
You gotta jump on the skateboard and just get it in.
Bro, that is my I listen to more rock and like house music than I do rap. I barely listen to rap, crazy enough.
Rap it's a lot. It's a lot, especially if you want to keep up. It's gonna be a lot.
Yeah.
With rock, it's not It's not a lot to keep up with. So you can kind of go back and do your research.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you seen that clip of Ozzy Osbourne and he's listening to Let's Go?
Yeah.
And he looks so, I mean,
his face, bro.
He already, I mean, Ozzy is like,
out there.
He out there right now, but he looks so confused, bro. Like, Sharon, wait a sec, Sharon.
What is this? What are these bunch of Virgos doing to my song?
and Trick Daddy slid on that verse though. That verse was hard, bro.
Listen, Trick Daddy on the low. I would like to see him in the verses with somebody. I ain't gonna bullshit. Yeah. Once again, last night with the homie Rich, he's somehow he just had a couple electric lemonades or whatever he was drinking, turned to a DJ. But he went through this like little Trick Daddy set, and I was like, "Yo, Trick was a problem.
Oh, yeah.
Trick was a super problem. I don't either, but I didn't realize how many jams Trick had, and all the songs are like fun.
Oh,
like
yeah.
His music was just fun and authentic. I don't know who you put him up against either, but whew,
my first thought was Little Boosie, but I don't think that's a good matchup. I just think they're both funny, so that's what made me think of it.
Yeah, it's kind of like two different time periods.
Yeah,
but we'll figure it out. But speaking of hip hop, did you see Hip Hop Undercover at all?
No, what's that?
That series on it comes on FX. Well, came on FX, but it's also on Hulu. It's a 6-part series where.
Hold on, can I guess the premise?
Yes.
Okay, is it like New York Undercover, but instead of like in New York, they're like in the studio, and then they like using the lyrics to figure out the crimes that they did and solve the crimes?
Absolutely not. No, it's they interview the people. How can I put this? The people that were really in the streets that are behind some of the biggest acts, the biggest movements, and just some of the biggest moments in hip hop. They have Haitian Jack.
Oh, stop.
Deb, Waka's mom. Who's no joke. She, she put on Gucci and Nicki and French and all these other people. Her brother, who people didn't even know that they were brother and sister, Bimmy, who's also super huge in the street and in hip hop since way back. Who else? Trick. So Trick is on there. He is hilarious, bro. He's a character. And who else they got on it? Big U.
Oh wow.
Big. So it's all of them, like the
OGs,
like, the OG players, like really in the streets, and they giving it up, bro. Like they giving it up. They telling all the dope stories, bro. It's just amazing to hear some of these stories. So it's a 6-part series. All of them are dope, and it's not like it's one series devoted to one person and the next episode is devoted to, like, every episode is all of them just like chopped up stories and interviews. Dog, it's amazing. And also I caught an interview with all of them together on Drink Champs. I think that came out like a week ago or something like that. And in that interview, you hear more and more and more and more stories.
When you start naming them, I was like, man, that sounds like Drink Champs the other day.
Yeah, exactly. Yep, that's what they were doing, interviewing the cast of Hip Hop Undercover. But if you haven't seen it, it's worth checking out for real. And real quick, not to be the TV joint, but Young Snowfall is back.
Oh, how many new episodes came out? Because I only saw 2.
It's up to 3.
Okay,
it's up to 3. I gotta finish watching the third one. I started watching.
I'm so spoiled by like being able to binge watch stuff. This is the first time I've had to like wait, and I forgot what this feels like, bro. I'm like, bro, no, give me the whole season, bro.
I don't like it, bro. I'm tempted. I'd be tempted to sit out until they finish all of them and then binge it. But bro, the
spoiler risk too.
Internet be killing you, bro. That's why I'm gonna hurry up and watch Coming to America immediately after the show with my wife. Because I couldn't even get on the internet today. Because I know one of you cold-hearted Bammers is gonna spoil it for me.
It should be some kind of grace period. If people don't have like no respect with, like, bro, I started watching Power because someone spoiled season, like the end of season 5, and then it's just like it was pointless for me to watch it. And so I haven't seen anything past season 5. So I'm missing like a whole season, and then they got the spinoff. I have no idea what's going on because somebody spoiled it for me. It's like it's pointless, man. I don't want to go back and watch it because now I know what's gonna happen, but I'm missing so many key pieces to the story.
Yeah,
Like, I
I
hate
just give
y'all.
up.
I hate
I
y'all.
give up. Facts and the response to it, the dumbest response you get when you're like, "Yeah, you just spoiled that shit for me, man. You should have seen it by now anyway." Like,
I got a
shit
life.
came out 2 hours ago. What are you talking about?
I got a life, man.
I didn't know this shit was out. You're the first one that saw it and spoiled it for everybody. So yeah, shout out to you internet spoiler bammers out there. So I gotta tread lightly around y'all for sure.
I'm watching Snowfall. As soon as we get off here, that's what I'm about to watch.
Fire,
forgot
man.
all about that.
Shout out to Uncle Jerome. Not like anything happened, but that's just my favorite character from Snowfall, bro.
And shout out to the UK, bro, because all of the actors from the UK can play American flawlessly, bro.
Pisses me off, bro, because I can't sound like a smart British dude to save my life,
bro. My British accent is so trash, dog. But they can do it, bro. I wonder, is that telling? Like, what does that say about Americans that everybody else can come here and just like immediately pretend? And it's like, I wonder if it's because they grow up with American culture too. Like, I wonder what that is.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we just have a easy accent to do. And not only that, we have different accents for different regions. They could just nail all of them.
Right.
Somebody from over there, they can sound like they're from Cali, and then sound like they're from New York, and then sound like they're from Texas or something like. And we can't sound like we from anywhere over there. Anywhere. DJ MacGyver said she was part of Supreme Team. Yeah, Deb and Bimmy were part of the infamous Supreme Team. Man.
Have you ever met Deb in real life?
No, I have not, but I can. I've met Deb types.
Oh,
in my life.
I met her one time, and she like, I don't want to say intimidated, but it was like, I was like, no, ma'am. She's like, why are you here? And I'm like, oh, I'm here to play beats. Are you good? I'm like, yeah. She's like, I said, are you good? And I'm just like, yes, ma'am.
No, yes. I think so. 4.
It just caught me so off guard. I was like, I didn't know this was all happening.
Like, I'm not here for this.
But she was hella cool though. She was hella cool. It's just like she came off super strong off rip. I was like, whoa, where'd this come from? But yeah, she was super nice though.
Man, yeah. Hey, Hip Hop Undercover. That's all I can say.
I'm gonna check that out. Yeah, I'm gonna check it out because I was looking for stuff to watch. I've been on the super internet-y. I've been watching this GTA roleplay. That has been my jam lately.
Wow.
It sounds crazy. If you're not in the gaming world, watching people play video games sounds weird. And then watching people in video games pretending to be other people in a virtual world sounds really weird, but it's excellent, bro. It's one of the greatest things I've watched in a long time.
Yeah, I can respect that. I wasn't into that until one time I was at Bam's crib and I watched them play video games, I swear, for 3 hours. And I was like, I didn't even know I like this. This is amazing. Somebody says, are y'all talking movies or music? Or I guess it's, are y'all talking movies or music? The answer to that, sir, is yes. So fictionalized, let's see. I need to see Snowfall. Yeah, you do.
Oh yeah, great show.
You do.
I'm actually jealous. If you haven't seen Snowfall and that you get to watch all of it, I'm low-key kind of jealous.
Yeah, you get to start from episode 1.
Yeah.
I wish. No R. Kelly song, but I wish.
Oh, this is a good question. Y'all mentioned rock earlier. N.E.R.D is my favorite all time. Facts. I'm right there with you, bro. Favorite all time. Do you ever see any bands like that making a comeback? Is there any now? Like, no, not that I know of, bro.
I bet you I know where you could find a whole bunch of them though that people might not know about. LA is the scene. Yeah. It's so many dope like rock and alternative bands in LA. Like you'll just meet somebody like, oh, I'm in a band, come see us perform, and then you'll go that night to whatever the venue is, and the band will be amazing, bro. Like that's happened to me in LA so many times. I'm just like, everybody out here is in a dope ass band that happens to get shows and be amazing at every damn show.
Rick Blaze, let me know what your favorite N.E.R.D album is, because I feel like that tells a lot about a person, is which one is their favorite. But I'm a huge fan. That I listen to like N.E.R.D every day, like all day, every day. So yeah.
Yeah, you do.
I just haven't, I don't know. I feel like that's a hard thing to recreate. It's like, you know what I mean? Like, because N.E.R.D was rock, but it was like rap too at the same time. You know what I mean? It was like, I don't know, man. I haven't felt anybody in that in between like that. Like they did it well. Of like,
it was rock with like a. I hate to say it sounds like a stupid description, but rock with like a hip hop edge. It had like a edge on it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Let's see. Jordan Peele, I'm not awake yet. Okay, yeah. Boom. Seeing Sounds is probably the best.
No, I'm not mad at that. Yeah, I see. I'm with Ricky. I'm with Ricky Blaze. In search of and Fly or Die. Fly or Die is my number one. Number one. But I feel like, you know how sometimes you're going through stuff and then like you hear an album and that kind of puts you. I moved to Atlanta because of the Fly or Die album. I remember living in Greensboro, North Carolina, and listening to this album, like, all right, I'm leaving, bro. I'm dipping out, because he got a song there called Fly or Die, and they talk about sink or swim, which one should you choose, and just talk about like, you know, moving away and like talking to your family and explaining to them like, you know what I mean, like, yo, I'm a rock star, like I'm a provider, like I'm out here.
Spoke to your young soul,
bro. After hearing that, I'm like, I'm leaving, dog. I'm leaving this area. I'm going to Atlanta. And so that one is really connects me, but I love them all. But yeah, great albums.
Hey man, whatever gets you to leave Virginia, right? Listen, I left Virginia. I ain't hear a damn thing. It was silence. I was like, yo, that silence inspired me to get the fuck out of here. Silence, I hear you.
I ain't want to say it like that, but yeah.
Hey, listen, man, love Virginia, but at the same time, gotta go.
Bro, because you know some people get it, and then some people take it the wrong way. The way I be like, yo, I can't stand where I grew up. But it's a good. It's not the people, it's the environment. That's what it is. It's the opportunity that I couldn't stand. You know what I mean? The people are all cool. It's just the limited opportunity made me like hate Virginia.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's all.
Yeah, that's for sure. That's for sure. Hold on. Let me do a quick time check here, man. See where we at.
We got 12 minutes, I believe.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna try not to push it up to the 2-hour mark, so Young Beats Music won't have to deal with us being overtime. Let's see. DJ MacGyver says, we can I guess smoke in Virginia now legally. Listen, yeah, Virginia is making some changes, bro. They I think it's not like, I thought it wasn't legal there until like, you know, a couple years from now. But anyway, I thought Virginia was going to be last. I said Virginia, Texas, and Georgia were going to be last.
That's what I thought. Commonwealth.
Yeah. Yep, all the Commonwealths. But hey, listen, Atlanta's going to be, I think Atlanta's going to be last. Not last. Texas might be super last, but Atlanta going to wait around.
Let's see. Ricky Blaze says, I'm in a rock hip hop band from Houston. We bought our group from N.E.R.D. I'll send you stuff. Yo, I ain't gonna front. You've named, first of all, Houston when it comes to music, bro. Houston is up there. I feel like it's a few places where music-wise, they just like they don't miss. I feel like the Bay is like that.
Yes.
The Bay, every time I hear a Bay song, I'm just looking, bro. I think IDK had a song randomly on his like Instagram. I'm like, bro, I don't know what song this is, but this is amazing, bro. So the Bay is up there, and then Houston. Musically, every time I meet somebody from Houston, I'm like, bro, what is up with y'all? Why are y'all so good?
Ain't Cam from Houston?
B-Cox, Cam,
yeah.
all of them come from Houston, and they like cold, bro. So I'm sold, bro. I'm sold. Yes, sir. I want to hear this.
Hey, yeah, share it with me once you send it to you. Let's see, music by Kid Try Me. Yeah, music. Something like that. Yeah. Music Kid, Try Me, whatever it is. He says, haven't caught you guys in a while. Glad to see you doing well, man. Thank you very much for checking in, brother.
It's crazy. Instagram be making you appreciate like dashes and like punctuation and spaces. It'd be so hard to read there.
Whoa. Yes, sir. We're gonna wrap it in a minute. Okay, I had Beats Music had a question. Beats Music actually had a couple questions. Damn, bro, I didn't even see you down here. Beats Music asked some of the best questions actually ever. Thoughts of coming to America. All right, we talked about that, brother. Hey, listen, man, the person that is producing the podcast is usually going to have some good questions.
Oh yeah, Robert Glasser is from Houston. also. And you know, that's like Becock's like brother. That's like his best friend. You know what I mean?
They are hilarious together. I don't know if you ever been around them.
Oh yeah,
together. Comedy, sheer comedy, bro.
No piano is safe.
None. And it's gonna be a whole bunch of freestyling. Robert Glasper is gonna give you 26 bars of just hilarious freestyle, bro.
Oh yeah, they both go.
Yeah. Is there any new is there any new nympho?
There are a lot. If you go to Fulton Industrial,
shout out to me for the Freudian slip. No, is there any new info regarding the Remote Producer Power Summit? There will be new info coming as soon as it's available. That is a very good question, though. We encourage everybody to participate when we do have the new Producer Power Summit. The live ones we've had in the past were amazing. We'll try to make the virtual one just as amazing. But I mean, if you stay tuned, you rock with us on the show, if you're on the email list or if you follow us on the gram, you will know as soon as there's more information.
We just got to get the technicalities together. But I just want to make sure the experience is great with people, you know what I mean? So yes, that's the main thing, and just making sure that everything flows. Because this is, I mean, doing it in person is like easy. I feel like we've done so many events, like that's cool. Doing it online and then orchestrating all the times and all that, it's a little more tricky. Not tricky, it's just different. You know what I mean? So,
but yeah, we'll let you know when there are any more nymphos on the One Trill Collins. Yeah, you stupid.
Great name. I like that name.
What up?
Great name. I like that name.
Yes, indeed. All right, bro. I'm gonna get to one more Beats Music question if you don't mind, and then we could go ahead and wrap it up.
All right, cool.
Hey, everybody that's in here while I'm pulling this question up, come back next week, ask your questions. These are the joints that the community ends up talking about once the clip comes out. And you know, it's amazing. We appreciate all the support. Oh, there's a question for you, brother.
Okay. Trizza, do you know anyone who makes app/coder? I'm on Upwork looking for personal recommendations.
Oh, it's a good question for you.
I guess, what are you trying to accomplish with the coding? Is it like more website stuff, or is it more like, you know, like app type stuff? You know, because it's a little bit different, you know what I mean? So you let me know that, I can try to steer you in the direction. I ain't gonna front, though. I just be hiring per project and just find people that can do certain stuff. I need to have a coder on hand with web stuff, but I've been finessing this whole time with I was on the phone with them the other day, like trying to get something work done. I was like, I have MySpace level HTML skills. After that, I have no clue what's going on, and I'm guessing.
You know, the bracket center bracket.
Oh yeah, and you know what I mean, little slash. You know what I mean, little BR.
Little BR. I'm about to say little BR for the break. Come on,
man. Know, man.
You know, Tom taught us well. Yeah. Wait, what was Tom? Tom was from MySpace. Yeah. Tom from MySpace. But anyway, listen, man. I feel like to wrap this up at a healthy pace, we should go ahead and start now. So go ahead, young Trizza. What you got going on, man?
Man, go to the producerkit.com. If you haven't signed up for that little pop-up, man, get on the SMS joint. We're gonna have a lot of announcements, a lot of, you know, cool little stuff coming out. I need to talk with Oracle afterwards, but I got some ideas for some stuff. So we're gonna do some arranging of some cool stuff. So you know, first get on the list, and then also Euphoria R&B loops comes with a bonus pack. I still haven't turned it off. I'm supposed to turn it off, and I haven't yet.
We're worse than that.
Yeah, because I've been low-key busy. But so if you want a bonus pack that comes with it, and shout out to Beats Music, he just did a video. He was using that joint, going crazy.
Come on now. Yes, indeed.
So yeah, you get Ramp Up for free when you buy Euphoria loops. So yeah, check it out, theproducerkit.com. What about 100%. You, Young Oracle?
Man, if you hit up soundoracle.net, we just came out, I think 2 weeks ago now, with Digital Wax. Things have been going amazing for that joint. Producers are loving it. What it is, it's a super dope. At its core, it's a drum kit that's been run through a whole bunch of analog stuff, and then I blended it with actual real record noise and realistic, ran it through all of his analog gear. I sampled it to a whole bunch of samplers, but it also comes with 3 bonus sample packs for free. It comes with one called Retroactive Loops, which is just amazing music loops, also run through a ton of analog stuff with the vinyl mixed in. I have one called Analog Textures, where it's a whole bunch of vinyl textures, a whole bunch of like shortwave radio textures for you to get like an analog sound to your mix. And the last one is called Chord Crate. It's just a whole bunch of dope chords that you can use, with the drum kit and with the other kits that come with it. Also, I'm now offering the 2 courses on soundoracle.net, the art of vocal mixing and the art of beat mixing. Go check those out. And finally, if you go to the site, you'll get a pop-up. I encourage everybody to fill out the pop-up and to get on my text list, because I'm about to start doing a lot of special stuff for the text community only. I don't want you to miss out. And if you want to get reminders for the show every week, you could also get on that list by texting BDope to 81493. If you don't remember that, just DM me after the show and I'll hook you up.
Thanks.
Yeah, man.
Oh, so, well, let's end it on Zoom, and then let's try to bring somebody into the new drink.
Exactly. So listen, if you're on Zoom and you watch it on YouTube, this has been another episode of UnQuantized